Well, hello there. When did you get here, mister?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'm looking into a few things here.
Looking into things? Meaning what?
I'm on the trail of a gang of counterfeiters.
Well, that's a serious business, but to answer your question, no. I don't work copper here.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
By Mickelson the Master Armourer, am I right? They're forever trying to smear my good name. That's why they said it. To make me look suspicious.
But they don't know I'm investigating anything.
Then they're making things up just for spite. Anything else? I still have work to do.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Haha, the shield made of copper. Is it made of copper? Does it say that anywhere? Cooper's axe, damn it. That's not copper. Oh. If only. If only. He only has 400, so he's not the best selling target anyway. So both of the other guys said that he's working with copper, even though they didn't know I was investigating anything, and now he's vehemently denying it, which seems desperate. That door might have the answer. It's a very hard lock that's right next to him. So that seems like it could be relevant. I want to pickpocket him to see if I can get a key off of him that way, but this dude won't go away. Can I talk you into going away?
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Oh wow, yeah, I have none of that point here unless I dress up for it.
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm an idiot?
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time or the need to prove anything. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your ribs. And then I'll keep twisting until you tell me the truth.
So show me what you're made of.
Oh shit. Apparently we failed. I thought my skill was like super high. Oh well. This is usually really easy, so I'll just keep punching for a bit. Ow. Look at you hitting back. You're being very naughty, sir. Are you gonna try to win a boxing match against a guy in full armor? Is that a reasonable attempt to do? Got him in the face. Like, I'm beating up his son and that guy's just like hanging out over there, like whatever. I'll just make more. Hey you. Where are you going? That was a weird transition out of that fight.
I've come to ask about the copper one more time.
Are you deaf or stupid? You know what? It doesn't matter. Just clear off before I thump you.
I have a 15 plus 8. How did I fail that?
All right. I'm not going to press you.
All I have to do is pickpocket him. No, let's dress up like a fancy man. That'll get him. Where's my fancy clothes? I don't even have to do that good of a job. That's one of them. That's one of them. That's one of them. That's one of them. So many pieces of clothing. I like to get rid of a lot of the poopy stuff too, though. "16 charisma, motherfucker. Come here."
I've come to ask about the copper one more time.
Are you deaf or stupid?
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Kobyla, investigating a grievous crime against the Crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right.
How are you, Henry?
We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Don't think you're out of the woods yet.
Jesus Christ.
All these people saying, don't bother dressing up in this game. A good suit of armor is just as good as being all cosmetic-y and so on. But I have a massive, like, threatening check against his shitty stats, and it still doesn't do jack all, but then putting on a nice shirt for 2 seconds, and I win the quest.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought...
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Wanted to keep it quiet. The irony of that statement, when one of the reasons that we suspect him is that all the people that are nearby are complaining about him blacksmithing in the middle of the night, and they can't sleep around here. And yeah, it's not the best profession for trying to stealthily do anything, honestly.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
That wasn't a threat. That was saying that you brought the seedy underbelly nature into this. The other option was a threat, the one I didn't click on.
You've got cheek. Not only are you in with the counterfeiter gang, but you lied to me on top of it. You should be on your knees begging for mercy right now, not trying to make a profit.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But now you do know, and you've still got the cheek to try to strike a deal with me. So Radzig's definitely going to be hearing about this.
You're right. I'm sorry, I overstepped the mark. I certainly didn't mean to offend one of Lord Radzig's men. One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
First, tell me what's going on.
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rapstim's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. What's your plan?
Otter's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
But what do I get out of it?
Vitus will let you have the cuirass from his suit of armor, and I'll throw in a few groschen on top.
Sounds good.
And I'm sure a fella like you will be glad to be on good terms with the best armorer for miles around, eh?
That remains to be seen. Do you really think that will work?
Otto's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, his business will be ruined, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for a good armourer.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armour is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ. Don't even talk about it. Although, if Otto doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armour gets, lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course.
Got a few options there. So it's a battle of the blacksmiths, and I have the option to steal the bailiff's armor if I want to. Is that where you keep the copper? I think it's where you keep the copper, especially now that you've admitted to it. It's amusing that once you see one storyline, you know that the other guy, you know you're near the other guy that's involved when you find Rapota just standing around. I'm gonna go wander on over here and accost this man, but wearing armor. Seems like the way to go. There we go. I'm all armored up, and it's all poopy armor. I can bathe over here, right? Is that one of them? Yep. So I'm just gonna go chase this dude down. So I think what the idea is that these are two separate investigations. Both of them lead to you finding this guy and then tracking down his organization and stuff like that. I don't think you had to do both. But I wanted to. Because each one had their own story stuff going on, and I just wanted to investigate more stuff. Which is part of why even after I got his confession, I still wanted to go into his shed just to confirm my own suspicions and stuff like that. But it's gonna be harder to get in there than I thought. And for some reason, he doesn't have a key to his own stuff. Maybe if I found his house, he'd have a key there. There's a hole in that man's head right now. Oh, there it goes. It's the hat. The spooky hat. Is anyone watching? No one will be able to tell. Closer than I should have let it get. Hopefully the guard doesn't come by. Oh my god, this is incredible. Not a pretzel. His dagger. No, he doesn't have anything interesting on him. Got some experience though. I've got your money.
Are you Rapota?
Pardon me?
No,
We've done some of this before, so I'm gonna skip some of it. Let's see. Haha. Now I actually have him dead by rights, and that I actually know the things, whereas before I didn't. He buys copper for forges, buys quicksilver for forges. I know you spy on Florian. Yep, well, I know all those things.
I know you're buying copper from Zach the blacksmith.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
And then he runs. Come here. I knew you were gonna run that time. Hey! What are you doing? You weren't supposed to go back to running again. Come here, your hat's despawning. You need to come back here. Maybe it wasn't best to put armor on. I was just concerned if there might be an option where fight happens. And I don't want the armor to happen. The armor to be gone again when I need it. Come on, we're right there. Yeah. Fall over. There we go. That was on the edge of my stamina meter.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just what do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betrayal.
We've done all this
That
before.
doesn't matter.
On the east.
Yeah, we know it's the Scout's Mines. But now I can poke around through here, because I kind of skipped it before, because I wanted to cover the other stuff first.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me you just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
As you wish.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
And there it is. And 4.8 groschen. I thought I stole that already. Confusing. Oh well. Yeah, I feel like I can't just keep letting every single goddamn person go that's willing parts in all these organizations. And so if he's gonna beg me not to send him to the dungeon, then and what fun it follows, then I'm like, sure. I'll take that route, I suppose. But at some point, if I just let everyone run away every single time, then it's like, where the hell, when does anything ever happen to any of these people that are doing the bad thing? That are doing the naughty? I'm guessing it's saying optional? Yeah. I might as well get his help. And that happened. Will that be the only one again? Is that the only sneeze? I'm currently playing the game one-handed. My right hand has the index finger on the B button and thumb on the joystick, and I was just steering one-handed while I was trying to drink water. Whenever I sneeze, it like instantly dries out my entire throat. And then I'm like, wow, my voice just went away. R.I.P. voice.
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Feifar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
I wonder if he can die if he's like a mega badass. Oh, okay. That's one way to deal with the issue of how we're gonna path two characters and have them AI all over the place and crap. It's just to teleport us here. Sure, I'll pull my weapon out. Not really much of a shield person. Hey, it's a chance for me to try to remember real quick how to use my own stuff. Combat skills, right. Sword. Let's see. Drivrunde. Makes them difficult for them to continue. So bottom left, top right, stab stab. That's the easy one though. Scar Maker, easier to remember. Bottom left, stab stab. I'll try to do that one. The other one is just a top right added to the combo. So time didn't pause that time when I was there. I think time just continues for a little bit when you pause and then stops. His posture looks weird, right? The way both of his arms are perfectly hanging straight down and not swaying at all as he runs. He looks really odd right now. I need to figure out, still need to figure out how to clean my sword if that's even a mechanic.
Hi.
Well now,
What's
look
that?
what's come crawling out from under some rock.
People will notice my bad behavior.
Watch
Are
out!
you afraid?
Alright, well.
Dead.
Oh, this is happening.
All of you, gather here! Raise the
Got me. Is he dead or something? Oh shit. He might be dead. Oh no, there he is. That guy's going down, but I'm a little distracted with other dudes now. Ah.
Not so brave now, are you?
Swinging your weapon is so slow and unresponsive that half the time when I press the button, nothing happens. That's why I like to jab so much. Uh-oh.
I'm moving.
There we go. I have an opening, let's use it. Where's my bow? There we go. In your butt. Oh, that combat. I hit you in the face.
Come here, Lily.
Come on, man. I'm hitting you in the face. Alright. Ow, my stamina is fucked.
You're going to
Swing, damn it. I'm trying to do the,
I'll wipe my
how? This is why I jab constantly. None of my other attempts at combat work. I'm trying to do bottom left, top right, and then, like, I can't get the swings to happen. They're just not happening. Hey, you forgot we're fighting? You forgot we're fighting? Hey, you. Hey, you. We're fighting, by the way. Yeah, the battlefield got a little confusing, because I'm really far away now. But I'm in bloodlust mode, I'm gonna get you.
Where is everyone? Quick!
I'm being chased from behind it all. Where's my friend?
To arms! Get over here! Hey, all of you!
God in heaven, no!
Nope.
Leave me alone, please!
I can't hit him. I can't hit him. There we go. Took care of that. How many people are left? I have no idea if Ulrich is currently alive or not. Or where he may have gone. There's so many the bodies got so strewn out down here. I think Ulrich was alive when he passed by me in this direction. Because he like brushed past with somebody with him, and that's why my guy got distracted and started fighting him instead. Oh hey, more cave. Maybe they ended up in here? That was a hell of a fight. Oh, it's dead end. Me and Ulrich versus like 8 dudes. I wonder if there was a dialogue choice if you went solo. I kind of doubt it, because whenever I go to these kinds of places, I just get swarmed by enemies. But this does appear to be a different camp than the other one I encountered that was also related to the Scarlet's Mines. There's just like a bunch of them, perhaps? That's where one of the bodies landed. Might as well loot up, I guess. Get the money at least. I don't know if I want to carry everything. He doesn't have any of the massively valuable stuff. They kind of ran this way. That's how I found that. I have no idea where he is. He could be dead. This is a rock. That was chaos. That was so many enemies. We did not come in with a force. I used to bring an army with me when I'd fought groups like that. Ooh, that's 1k. Holy crap. Yes. Yeah, the quality level of their armor is, or at least their value, is all over the place. But the Groshans, weightless. I'd like to have the filter off my screen now if I can. Is that the search zone? Holy crap. It's just somewhere in the mines. Nourishment's not in need yet. I'm sorry, were you still sleeping? I got bad news for you, buddy. You missed like a whole fight. What a glorious murder. Just spectacularly animated. Nothing is more hilariously awkward in this game than the slow poking death you do to somebody that's stuck in an animation and can't respond yet. And you're just slowly poking at them, and sometimes it hits them and sometimes it doesn't. You kind of can't tell. His sword was as good as the one I had until recently. That guy's male chassis was the same leggings that I use. Good old 404 sword. Sword of 404. Alright, well, don't know what comes next, but I might as well save before I go even deeper. This is the entrance that they were protecting, so it probably leads me fastest to where I'm trying to go. I'm assuming no light means I can't see shit. More or less, yes. Although it's surprisingly bright. Oh yeah, there's some lights here and there. Ah. I hear voices. Is that my hint? I mean, there's no reason to not have a torch out. I'm gonna be so loud in this armor.
Hurry it up. We haven't got time to waste.
Ah, the voices guide me.
Put that sack there. Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Rattay.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Oh, are we about to fight again?
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason, my master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You're a traitor.
The world is not so black and white, boy. We were on the same side for a while, but no longer. That is how it goes.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen, comrade. That's not, those are the wrong, those are the wrong two things to pair together. Oh, everyone pieced out. They ran for it, but this guy's like, oh, my gut. Even though he got, didn't you get punched in the face? You look like you're clenching your, not clenching, clutching your innards. Well, goodbye, Ulrich. You were, well, you helped me with that one fight, I guess. Actually, aside from that, he was just sitting around while I did all the investigation myself.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you.
I need to spend all this money I have on cool new armor because I'm ugly as sin.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Probably get to Rattay relatively soon, too, but I think before that... Oh, am I known for stealing something now? Ah, was I reported for the knocking that one dude out thing? Alright, let's get this out of the way. Hey, somebody... Hey, guard. Where's a guard? Hey, you guard. I'm a daring debonair. You're a guard. Hey, look, it's me. There we go. I'm surrendering.
Surrender! You were seen stealing.
Was I?
You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
When did this steal happen? That's not a lot of fining at all. Aw. Don't mess with me. That seems like a really bad plan. That's 60.
Oh, well,
who cares?
What can I do?
Blah, 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 blah.
What's going on there?
You parted with 60 groschen and nothing else? Yeah, I don't think there was anything on my character that was stolen. Because of the magic of horses, the horse teleporting powers, where you can send all your stuff to your horse. Probably gonna jump cut here, because I think I want to do a bunch of commerce where I carefully sell off all the crap I've been accumulating, but I don't really want to talk through it.